Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to OC Varsity. It's time to talk girls basketball in Orange County with Dan Albano. I'm Steve Fryer. Dan, if you were to do at this point of the season 2 or 3 top candidates for girls basketball Orange County Player of the Year, who do you got on that list?
Well, it's be tough right now because we got a lot of basketball to go.
All right, let's go to another subject.
A couple players have impressed me so far already.
Right.
At Rosary, there's a senior Rebecca Obima is a heck of a player going to TCU. She hasn't disappointed the 2 times I've seen her. She's a senior. She's got some big battles ahead. At Mater Dei, playing on Thursday. A couple of good post players there. But
at
Rebecca at Mater Dei. But Rebecca's doing a great job for the defending D3 state champs. She really is a great inside presence. Really can rebound. Good defender, can block shots. She can really do it all. So I've been really impressed with her. And speaking of Mater Dei, freshman, Brooke Dimitri is probably their most complete player. And she's really playing great as a freshman. You hear some of the talk around her is a little bit of the Katie Lou Samuelson comparison. Already?
Wow.
It comes up.
Holy mackerel,
that's a lot for her.
Yeah.
I'm new to the girls basketball beat, so we'll give Brooke some time, but she's definitely impressing. She's got a complete game. She had a couple 3-pointers in a victory last night on Monday over at Oxford. Orangewood Academy. She had a couple 3-pointers over there, and that's really development of her game because she's about 6'1", 6'2". She's stepping out, hitting threes. She can really defend like a guard. So she's been real impressive. So got to look on her. But I think those are a couple of the players that have really impressed me so far.
Coach of the Year, who's the clubhouse leader as we had the first turn in league?
Man, that's another hard one to see. I think the job at Los Alamitos is pretty interesting, where they lost their top player in Caitlin Crocker, transferred out of Los Alamitos, now going over. She's at Mater Dei. Griffins haven't lost a beat, so I think they're really intriguing. I want to see what happens at Sonora. They're trying to knock off the mighty Troy Warriors that just owned that league for so many years.
Yeah, Rogers had great teams over there.
Yeah, and then before that, Kevin Kiernan. Troy's won about 250 some odd league games in a row. It's an amazing county streak. So if those teams are about a week away from hooking up, and they're going to obviously play twice in that double round in the Freeway League. So we'll see what happens with the Raiders. They have a very good player, Laney, there, who's can really drain it. She scored 38 points last night at Orangewood Academy. So there's a couple candidates. And another new coach that I think's impressed me. Elisa Nagel has been one of kind of a breakout story this year. And Lindsay Sundin is doing a great job with Elisa Nagel. They're ranked 4th in the county, which is really high.
They used to be bad in basketball.
They've really come on, and I don't remember them, ever being this good.
No.
They have an early season win against Fairmont. I think they're going to win league, and
That's
I think
great.
They played some.
They beat Fairmont.
They beat Fairmont
Nice.
early season, and they beat Esperanza, and I think they're pretty legit.
Cool.
I think she's doing a good job, and I think another coach that's kind of is doing an interesting job is interim coach at Brea Linda, Bob Walton. Because Jeff Sink left, a lot of players left. And you have he's a very experienced coach. He's been a long time assistant there, but he's doing a great job. And actually, that reminds me, one girl I left out on my Player of the Year story. Brea kid. That would be Jasmine Rachel, senior guard. She is outstanding. She's probably the most complete guard in Orange County, and she is a good perimeter player. She can drive it, she can handle it, and she's a very clutch player. So I would definitely put. Rachel up there.
What are the great things about whenever we do this, whether it's on video or in print, and we list a group of kids that goes, "Hey, you forgot so and so." Oh yeah, well thanks. That actually helps us out.
And Rebecca at Rosary.
Right on.
Those 3.
What about leagues now? Are there any particular leagues that are very so competitive? They're just so much fun to watch. You never know what's going to happen on any given night.
Trinity League's the deepest.
Really?
But it's the deepest. Quality wise, when you have maybe Orange Lutheran maybe is a really former Orange County top 10 team.
Yeah.
They might be toward the bottom with so then they're a really good team, and if that's your weakest team, then you got a strong league. So I've been impressed with the Trinity League, and the Crestview League I think is very interesting too, with with Brea, Esperanza, Foothill. Foothill and Esperanza were former top 10 teams, and they might be back in the top 10 in Orange County at some point. But both these teams are obviously very top heavy with Brea top and Mater Dei in the Trinity League. But there's good depth there that make those leagues top to bottom. I think the most competitive, the toughest leagues.
Okay, good enough. Well, that's what's going on in girls basketball. Dan's going to be out at a lot of games this week. What do you got figured out? Where are you going to?
Well, the biggest game of the week, and maybe the regular season to some degree, is going to be on Saturday night at Mater Dei, and they've got number 1 Mater Dei playing host to number 2 Brea Linda.
Oh yeah,
so that's
a war.
That's the big game, probably the best.
That's
game
a Mater Dei
at Mater Dei, 7:00. So that's going to be a great game.
Gee.
And I think Brea's, like we kind of talked about last week, Brea's kind of got their eye on Mater Dei. I think they have a shot. And then I think Mater Dei is they're not going to give up their number 1 spot. And both these teams are on the watch list for the Open Division. They could be rivals for Division 1. If one makes it, one doesn't make it to the Open, they could be CIF contenders. So there's a lot going down. OC hoops could be a changing of the guard on Saturday night if Brea with their up tempo, if they can handle that Mater Dei press.
Yeah.
And then are all these Mater Dei freshmen like Kaylee Pepe and Brooke Dimitri, how are they gonna shine in that
spotlight,
big moment? And see how the depth of these teams are going to be, and see how Mater Dei can handle the speed of Brea. And Caitlin Crocker is back now. She played her first game Monday against Canyon Country, so she's back. So Mater Dei starting to evolve, and could be a really really more dynamic team now with this if they got a victory.
Well, we'll check that out. We'll check out everything that's going on in girls basketball. Dan Albano is on top of the girls basketball scene at OC Varsity. Thanks for joining us again.